So hello everyone and welcome back, this is Bogdan and today we will continue our adventure in Call of Cthulhu. Right now it has been an interesting story so far, let's say. But it seems that the asylum was just a dream. Let's discuss with these guys.
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine, horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Okay, I will go with let's stay prudent.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Hold on. Before we leave, maybe we can do something else around here. Just a second. I'm rushing upstairs, maybe we missed something? Ah, it's the same leave icon. Alright, let's leave this place. So, chapter 6. Sanders' residence. We must be really careful with our words. We don't want to upset the widow. For sure she is upset enough.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes. Did you not do anything to help him?
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Just a second, I want to see the... Ah, we also have some points we can invest. Spot hidden. Investigation. Okay. Level 3, thank you. This is level 4. Psychology, we cannot invest into medicine and occultism. Strength, we have level 3. Ah, we have 8 more available points. Nice. Nice. Very good. How about our sanity? Yeah, we are affected by some sins, but it is a little shaken. Yeah, interesting. Very good. And here we have each person we have encountered during our mission. Gang boss cat. Okay. This is Irene Sanders. This is Dr. Fuller. Very good. Then let's do it like this.
Did she really care for him after all?
Thomas Fuller. Doctor. Herr Doctor.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives. A house of artists. Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Oh man, this is the painting?
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins? She didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated.
Yeah, sorry for that. Okay, so the beast.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Okay, let's go on then.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
I am sure we'll find a phonograph around here. In a second. Just hold on, guys. Hold on. Trying all the doors. Maybe another jump scare because this game likes playing with my heart. Maybe give me a heart attack? Who knows? Okay. What on earth?
A strange Amerindian pendant.
Amulet, alright. We are still amateur.
I could use one of those.
Sleeping pills, thank you.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Maybe she had enough. Maybe she wanted to get rid of the painting.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Volume 3.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network, and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
Oh, I think this is a decision. Read the book. Okay. It's a kind of encyclopedia for monsters and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. Nothing on the front. Oh, nice. Medicine progression. Alright. Some kind of dagger, or what is that? That was all? I
These
invested.
artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
I invested so many points into you, man. Come on, you have got to do better than that.
The man
Yeah.
transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Very strange. Oh no, that is the painting. But I'm sure something will happen in the second we touch it. I am sure of that. Come on, man. Nothing to do here. Just a second. Oh no, just some more oil. And a hiding place. Where would we be hide? Okay. I know, let's do this.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, man, I know this is frightening, but I'm not even looking at him. Oh no, man. I am running, alright.
Damn! Did it hear that?
But which one? From all these daggers. Interesting fact. Oh no.
Maybe I can use this dagger.
But not to kill the beast. Instead, killing the picture. Very interesting. Let's do this. Oh man.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
We will just run. I'm not gonna lie. Come on, man. Okay, so there is a specific dagger. All right.
What the hell was that?
Let me see.
Damn! Maybe I can use this dagger.
Oh man.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
Come on. Okay, we have to run a little. I'm not getting this puzzle, man.
Damn it! I have to use a specific dagger.
Yeah, I got that, but which one? This looks like a Cthulhu dagger. Just trying all of them, I guess. Come on, man. But how?
This dagger looks different.
You are right, man. And there he is coming for us. And we will run this way. He is lost, and this is the dagger. A small mark for Cthulhu. Yeah.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
The creature. This dagger was the only weapon capable of pushing it back. If Hawkins was trying to get rid of this shambler, she might have made contact with Drake. This antique dealer has a good knowledge of the occult. I have nothing to lose by meeting him.
You've got your spunk back. Go where you want. I'm staying here to talk business with Irene.
Okay, chapter 7. The Nameless Bookstore. So we have to go and see what Dr. Drake is up to. Maybe he will help us, who knows. Whoa, what is this?
Where's the bookseller? Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century. Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
This is volume 4. I think we already have volume 3. Alright. Interesting. Medicine. Oh, interesting progression on the medicine side. Why not? Interesting. Let me see on this side. Nothing here it seems, but let's move on. We will see what is going on. Aha. More medicine, thank you. Nothing to do here, alright. There is something not really good about this area. I have a strange feeling.
What happened here? Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Pretty weak.
To whom does this footprint belong? This burglar seems to be rather clumsy. What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
All right. So, for our next objective, we have to open the safe. How can I find the combination? All right. Interesting and very good question.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Alright, the following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity and sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the same pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that the reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its content to the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of this safe... Oh, okay. Interesting. So we have a new clue. And...
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Interesting. have tons of clues now.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Volume 4. King Solomon. Alright, this has nothing to do with the Greek.
By Arkham editions.
Yeah, in Italy, okay.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
By Nostradamus, alright.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Not
Another
what?
volume by Arkham editions.
Alright, so this should be number 3. Because it says something regarding the Miskatonic University. But this is American
Never
folklore.
heard of him.
Okay, no, this is
How
not.
many volumes are there in this collection?
Good. Alright, let me check this library. I'm sure it's full of clues. Nothing there, alright. What?
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
3, 2, and 1.
Another volume by Arkham editions.
Cylinders, alright. Dark Water History. We will save this for later. But nothing more, it seems. Dark Water History, alright. Let's try Cylinder 1. We don't have Cylinder 1.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.